This candlestick formation right here. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we have some very important technical analysis to do on Bitcoin because as you just saw on the weekly chart, Bitcoin has just formed a bearish engulfing candlestick formation following a 9 flash on the TD sequential. That, combining with the declining exuberance on Bitcoin that we've seen and the sideways price action, really makes us start to wonder whether or not this Bitcoin rally is going to really continue or if we're going to see a pullback over the next couple of weeks. Guys, we have a lot to discuss in today's video. I think you're going to very much enjoy today's video. If you do, as always, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We're trying to get to 2,000 followers on Instagram by the end of the year and 5,000 on Twitter. I need your help. Join below. I'll give you a cookie. Good deal. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Before we get started, I do want to mention that one of the things that helps to support this channel is our Bybit affiliate link. If you join Bybit with our link in the pinned comment and in the description down below, not only will you be getting access to a phenomenal cryptocurrency exchange, you'll also be helping to support this channel. Anyway, guys, let's jump onto the chart. We're going to be doing some longer-term technical analysis today, but we actually need to start down on the hourly chart. As you guys may know, Bitcoin has been transitioning from bullish momentum to sideways momentum. That is very much a bearish turn of direction. And even though Bitcoin isn't really pushing to the downside just yet, we are definitely seeing that trend start. Whether or not it continues is what we're discussing in this video. Yesterday, we discussed this uptrending level of support right here. And unfortunately, as you can see, we have in fact broken that level of support as of last night. But we haven't broken it by much. In fact, we pulled back and set a double bottom at $17,600 that also corresponds with some bottoms over here, and right there. What that means is that currently our level to hold is $17,600. If Bitcoin starts falling below that, then the downtrend that we have seen over the last couple of days is likely to continue and likely to get quite a bit worse. Remember, guys, Bitcoin just ran 80% in 90 days. Of course, Bitcoin is going to have a little bit of trouble keeping it up as it's turning into an older rally. You know how it is. And it's not much better on the daily chart because as you guys can see, Bitcoin is very clearly creating a rounded top formation right there, perhaps even a double top if you want to call both of those tops of this market. And we can see that the volume is very clearly trending to the downside, not only on the volume candle highs, but also on the volume candle lows. If you guys don't know, you can actually go into the settings of volume and turn on a volume moving average. It's a 20 moving average. And as we can see right here, the volume has been slightly declining on this average over the last 7 days. And of course, since it's a 20 simple moving average, it hasn't really started to correct just yet. But this upwards trend on volume is starting to change direction. And we see the exact same thing on RSI, guys. As you can see, the downtrend on RSI is very, very strong. So too is the downtrend of support. We're actually in what you might call a falling wedge on RSI right now. These are typically going to break bullish, but how bullish? That's the question. We're actually hitting 50 on RSI on the daily chart. That's not what you normally see during a rally. You normally see RSI pulling back to 65, maybe 60, not 50 during an uptrend. And obviously MACD isn't looking that healthy. So I just threw a lot of technical indicators at you. You might want to watch that twice. But the point is, Bitcoin is transitioning slowly from a very strong uptrend to sideways movement, and over the last 7 days or so, downwards movement. You never want to bet against the trend, but when the trend itself changes, it's a good idea to stick to that trend with your betting. And that brings us to the weekly chart where I want to do a lot of our analysis and discussion. Because in fact, turning on the TD sequential, we can see, as I pointed out 3 weeks ago, that TD sequential hit a 9 flash in the last week of November. Not only that, we saw a very long upper shadow and a very long lower shadow. This is not exactly a textbook spinning top formation, but it's dang close. This candlestick, the way that it's built, signaled indecision, and the fact that it flashed a 9 signals bearishness. You combine those two things and you have slight bearishness. That's what we've seen over the last couple of weeks. Now, the thing that concerns me is that we did in fact see a green engulfing candlestick on this candle body, but this week we are seeing a red engulfing candlestick. As you guys know, this candlestick will be closing relatively soon. If we do actually get a bearish engulfing candlestick where we see green and then we see an engulfing red candlestick, that will be the first time that we have seen that happen since August back here, where we saw a green candlestick followed by an engulfing red. This is not to call doom and gloom, by the way. I am very confident and bullish on the long-term trend for Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is very much going into a massive bull market. So please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Bitcoin's going to pull back to $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000. I am, however, saying that instead of going into a period of consolidation a few months from now, after we've broken all-time high, It's very possible that we go into a period of consolidation now before we break it. So then what are the takeaways from that? If the technical analysis seems to be so obvious that Bitcoin will trade sideways / pull back a couple of $1,000s perhaps, then we need to be prepared for that. I want you guys to understand that yes, this has to be the foundation of our understanding. The Bitcoin bull market is very powerful right now. It's very strong. There's not really a good reason to believe that Bitcoin isn't going to go into a massive bull market over the next couple of years. However, we want to make sure that we're well positioned for that. So if you are interested in getting involved in that big Bitcoin bull market, well, you have to enter somewhere. And I was asked by someone yesterday, where would be a good place to buy into Bitcoin? And I told them, if Bitcoin corrects, go ahead and do that. Don't try and time the market. But if it does it, don't skip an opportunity. If Bitcoin does pull back here a few $1,000s, this is prime buying opportunity if you don't already have your bags loaded the way that you want them to be. I'm personally sitting on enough Bitcoin. I am pretty happy. In fact, I'm a little overexposed to Bitcoin, if anything, right now, considering I do have a business and bills to pay. I'm quite happy with my Bitcoin portfolio, but even I might go ahead and add some back in these lows if Bitcoin does start pulling back, especially if Ethereum follows Bitcoin. You bet your tail I'm going to be buying some of that. So guys, tell me in the comment section down below, where do you think Bitcoin is going to be heading over the next couple of weeks? Do you agree with my interpretation of the charts and the analysis? Do you think that Bitcoin is going to have a correction and perhaps pull back a few $1,000s? And would you like to see a video talking about price targets and get my take on where I think Bitcoin may pull back to? I would love to hear your opinions on that in the comment section down below. Remember one thing before we wrap out, guys. Markets are cyclical. They go into rallies and they pull back. That's simply how they work, and there's nothing to be scared of when they do pull back. There is opportunity in upwards movement and downwards movement. When the S&P 500 crashed 50% in the span of a week or two earlier this year, billionaires were made because they saw blood in the streets and terror in the markets as prime buying opportunity. So be careful about getting scared when or if Bitcoin pulls back. That is when you make your money. Anyway, guys, before we go, though, there is one more thing I want to mention, and that would be the kind sponsor of our channel, BlockFi. If you guys don't already know what BlockFi is, you should probably find out. They're a cryptocurrency financial service provider. They have all kinds of products from their BlockFi interest account, which brings up to 8.6% a year. They have crypto loans where you can use your Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as backing to get a loan. This is a really good idea because it means that you can use your cryptocurrency without cashing it in and having to pay taxes on it. And they also just launched, in collaboration with Visa, a Bitcoin rewards credit card, I believe last month. Guys, we get sponsorship offers all the time. I mean, I'm talking, there are probably 2,000 or 3,000 sponsorship offers from different companies in the cryptocurrency space in my email, and we've only ever taken one. It's BlockFi. There's a good reason. I believe that this company is legit. I believe that they are secure. I believe that they're a safe place to work, and I believe in the products that they're providing. I am not contractually obligated to say anything that I don't agree with, but I do believe that BlockFi is a company that is worth your time, and I encourage you to check them out down below. The card that they just launched is awesome. Definitely look into that. I may even do a dedicated video on it. The crypto loan program that they have set up is really cool. Like I said earlier, it allows you to use your cryptocurrency, get cash, use it for your business or for whatever. If you have a boat that you've been trying to buy, there you go. And you can do it without having to sell your cryptocurrency. Again, that means that you're not subject to capital gains taxes because you're not selling it. You're taking a loan with it as collateral. That's a big deal. People do that with stocks and normal banks all the time. In this case, you're doing it with crypto and BlockFi. There's a big sign-up bonus going on right now. Sign up with the link in the description down below, and you will be helping to support our channel and also be getting started with a company that I do believe will provide you value. Anyway, guys, that is actually going to wrap it out for today's video. Before we go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.